20,000 psychological facts about human behavior, unlocking the mysteries of human behavior. Have you ever found yourself pondering the mysteries of the human mind? Wondering why we think, feel, and behave in the ways that we do? What drives our decisions, influences our perceptions, and shapes our interactions with the world around us? The study of psychological facts offers a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of human behavior, revealing a rich tapestry of cognitive processes, emotional responses, and social dynamics. But have you ever considered how our earliest experiences shape the course of our lives? Or why we tend to view others through the lens of our own perceptions and biases? What about the profound impact of social comparison on our self-esteem and sense of identity? These psychological facts questions, and many more, invite us to delve deeper into the realm of psychology, exploring the intricate interplay between our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Join us on a journey of discovery as we explore 15 intriguing psychological facts about human behavior. From the emotional pain of rejection to the healing power of altruism, each fact offers a window into the complexities of the human psyche, inviting us to unravel the mysteries of our own minds and those of others. So, are you ready to embark on this captivating exploration of the human psyche's psychological facts? Are you curious to uncover the hidden forces that shape our thoughts, feelings, and actions? After Psychological Facts' extensive research, I've crafted a comprehensive video. In the following 40 minutes, I will unfold the intricate journey of psychological facts about human behavior. So, grab a seat, relax, and let's dive in and unravel the secrets of human behavior together. Psychological Facts 1, the Reminiscence Bump. Have you ever found yourself nostalgically reminiscing about your early 20s? This peculiar phenomenon, known as the reminiscence bump, sheds light on the remarkable way our brains encode and prioritize memories from adolescence and early adulthood. Join us as we unravel the mysterious psychological facts behind this curious cognitive bias and explore its implications for understanding the formation of identity, shaping of attitudes, and navigation of life's pivotal milestones. During the reminiscence bump, individuals exhibit a heightened capacity to recall vivid details and emotional experiences from their youth, ranging from significant life events to mundane everyday occurrences. Researchers attribute these psychological facts phenomenon to the potent combination of emotional intensity and life transitions characteristic of this developmental period. From graduation ceremonies to first loves, the memories forged during the early 20s serve as pivotal building blocks in shaping our sense of self and worldview. Moreover, psychological facts, these memories play a crucial role in guiding future aspirations, influencing decision-making processes, and fostering a deeper understanding of personal values and goals. Psychologists suggest that the reminiscence bump reflects the brain's adaptive mechanism for prioritizing and consolidating memories associated with self-identity formation and social integration. By revisiting these formative experiences, individuals glean insights into their evolving identities, reconcile past challenges, and derive a sense of continuity amidst life's ever-changing landscape. Furthermore, the reminiscence bump extends beyond mere nostalgia, serving as a reservoir of resilience and wisdom that informs our present-day perceptions and behaviors. By harnessing the power of reminiscence, individuals can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the journey of self-discovery and forge meaningful connections with others through shared narratives of growth and transformation. Join us as we delve deeper into the intricacies of the psychological facts reminiscence bump and uncover its profound implications for understanding the complex interplay between memory, identity, and the human experience. Through introspection and exploration, we invite you to embrace the rich tapestry of memories that shape our lives and illuminate the path toward self-understanding and personal fulfillment. Psychological Facts 2, Solomon's Paradox. Have you ever found yourself offering sound advice to friends or family members, yet struggling to apply the same level of reasoning to your own dilemmas? Welcome to the enigmatic realm of psychological facts, Solomon's Paradox, where individuals demonstrate a peculiar propensity for rationality when confronted with others' problems but often falter in addressing their own. Named after the biblical King Solomon renowned for his wisdom, this cognitive phenomenon highlights the intriguing disparity between our ability to offer objective counsel to others and our subjective struggles when grappling with personal challenges. Researchers attribute Solomon's paradox to a myriad of cognitive biases and emotional influences that shape our decision-making processes. When confronted with someone else's dilemma, individuals often adopt a distanced perspective that enables them to analyze the situation objectively, drawing upon logical reasoning and problem-solving skills to arrive at optimal solutions. However, when faced with their own issues, individuals are more susceptible to subjective biases, emotional attachments, and cognitive blind spots that cloud judgment and hinder effective decision-making. This phenomenon underscores the intricate interplay between rationality and emotion in shaping our perceptions and behaviors. Despite its paradoxical nature, Psychological Facts Solomon's Paradox offers valuable insights into the complexities of human cognition and the role of self-awareness in overcoming cognitive biases. By cultivating a mindful awareness of our inherent biases and emotional responses, we can transcend the limitations of subjective reasoning and adopt a more objective approach to problem solving. Moreover, embracing the principles of self-distancing, a cognitive strategy that involves mentally stepping back from one's immediate experience, can enhance our ability to navigate personal challenges with greater clarity and perspective. By viewing our dilemmas through the lens of an impartial observer, we can harness the power of rationality to overcome obstacles and achieve desired outcomes. Join us as we delve deeper into the intricacies of Psychological Facts Solomon's Paradox and explore practical strategies for harnessing the power of self-awareness and rational thinking in navigating life's complexities. Through introspection and introspective reflection, we invite you to unlock the secrets of cognitive resilience and empower yourself to overcome adversity with wisdom and clarity. Psychological Facts 3: The Dunning-Kruger Effect. Have you ever encountered individuals who confidently profess expertise in subjects where their knowledge falls short? These intriguing psychological facts cognitive bias, known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, sheds light on the paradoxical phenomenon where individuals with limited competence tend to overestimate their abilities while remaining oblivious to their shortcomings. Named after psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger, who first identified and documented the phenomenon in a seminal research paper, the Psychological Facts Dunning-Kruger effect offers profound insights into the complexities of human cognition and self-perception. At the heart of the Dunning-Kruger effect lies a fundamental disconnect between perceived competence and actual proficiency. Individuals with limited knowledge or skills in a particular domain often lack the metacognitive awareness necessary to accurately assess their abilities. Consequently, they tend to overestimate their competence and exhibit unwarranted confidence in their judgments and capabilities. This cognitive bias arises from a combination of factors, including a lack of experience, inadequate feedback mechanisms, and the absence of comparative benchmarks for self-evaluation. Without the requisite knowledge or expertise to recognize their own deficiencies, individuals fall prey to illusory superiority, an inflated perception of their own competence relative to others. Moreover, the Psychological Facts Dunning-Kruger effect is compounded by the phenomenon of cognitive bias blind spots, whereby individuals remain impervious to feedback or evidence that contradicts their inflated self-perceptions. This cognitive tunnel vision reinforces their misguided beliefs and perpetuates a cycle of overconfidence and underperformance. Despite its detrimental implications for decision-making and problem-solving, the Psychological Facts Dunning-Kruger effect offers valuable insights into the intricacies of human cognition and the importance of self-awareness in mitigating cognitive biases. By fostering a culture of humility, openness to feedback, and continuous learning, individuals can overcome the pitfalls of overconfidence and cultivate a more accurate understanding of their abilities. Join us as we delve deeper into the nuances of the Psychological Facts Dunning-Kruger effect and explore practical strategies for fostering metacognitive awareness and critical thinking skills. Through introspection and intellectual humility, we invite you to embrace the journey of self-discovery and strive for a more nuanced understanding of your strengths and limitations. Psychological Facts 4: Canine Reflections of Human Behavior. Have you ever observed a correlation between a person's personality traits and their choice of canine companion? Research suggests that our selection of dog breeds may offer intriguing insights into our own behavioral tendencies and social preferences. Numerous psychological facts studies have explored the relationship between human personality traits and the ownership of specific dog breeds, revealing fascinating parallels between canine companionship and human behavior. For example, individuals with outgoing and sociable personalities may gravitate towards breeds known for their friendliness and extroverted nature, such as Labrador Retrievers or Golden Retrievers. Conversely, those with more reserved or introverted dispositions may prefer breeds that align with their need for quiet companionship, such as Shih Tzus or Basset Hounds. Furthermore, research indicates that certain personality traits, such as aggression or assertiveness, may be reflected in the choice of dog breed. Individuals with dominant or assertive personalities may be drawn to breeds traditionally associated with strength and confidence, such as German Shepherds or Rottweilers. Conversely, individuals with a more nurturing or empathetic nature may opt for breeds known for their gentle demeanor and loyalty, such as Collies or Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. Additionally, socio-environmental factors play a significant role in shaping our choice of canine companions. Psychological facts reveal that individuals residing in urban environments or high-crime neighborhoods may seek out breeds perceived as protective or vigilant, such as Doberman Pinschers or Boxers, as a means of enhancing personal security and peace of mind. Conversely, those living in more tranquil or suburban settings may prioritize breeds renowned for their adaptability and sociability, such as Beagles or Poodles. It's essential to recognize that the relationship between human personality and canine companionship is multifaceted and influenced by a myriad of psychological facts, including lifestyle, cultural norms, and individual preferences. While the choice of dog breed may offer intriguing insights into human behavior, it's crucial to approach such observations with nuance and sensitivity, avoiding sweeping generalizations or stereotypes. Join us as we delve deeper into the fascinating intersection of human psychology and canine companionship, exploring the complex interplay between personality traits, social dynamics, and our relationships with our four-legged friends. Through introspection and empathy, we invite you to reflect on the unique bond between humans and dogs and the profound insights it offers into the complexities of human behavior. Psychological Facts 5: The Creative Power of Daydreaming. Have you ever been scolded for daydreaming, only to discover that it might be a sign of intelligence and creativity? Contrary to popular belief, daydreaming is not merely a distraction but a window into the rich landscape of our imagination and cognitive processes. Research has revealed a compelling link between daydreaming and creativity, suggesting that individuals who engage in frequent bouts of mind-wandering often exhibit higher levels of creative thinking and problem-solving abilities. Psychological facts indicate that rather than being idle fantasies, daydreams serve as a fertile ground for generating novel ideas, exploring alternative perspectives, and envisioning innovative solutions to complex challenges. Furthermore, studies have shown that daydreaming is associated with increased activity in regions of the brain responsible for episodic memory retrieval, self-reflection, and creative ideation. Psychological facts show that when our minds wander, they traverse a diverse array of mental landscapes, drawing upon past experiences, emotions, and subconscious insights to construct intricate narratives and hypothetical scenarios. Interestingly, daydreaming appears to be most prevalent during states of low cognitive demand or monotony, such as during routine tasks or periods of relaxation. Psychological facts reveal that far from being a sign of laziness or distraction, this tendency reflects our brain's innate capacity to explore alternative thought pathways and engage in spontaneous mental exploration. Moreover, daydreaming has been linked to enhanced cognitive flexibility and divergent thinking, the ability to generate multiple solutions to a given problem. Psychological facts suggest that by allowing our minds to wander freely, we tap into a reservoir of creative potential, enabling us to break free from conventional thinking patterns and explore unconventional ideas and possibilities. Embracing the creative power of daydreaming requires a shift in perspective, one that celebrates the meandering journey of the mind and recognizes the value of unstructured thought. Psychological facts emphasize that rather than viewing daydreaming as a sign of unfocused attention, we can harness its potential as a catalyst for inspiration, innovation, and personal growth. Join us as we embark on a journey into the creative depths of the human mind, exploring the transformative power of daydreaming and its profound implications for unleashing our innate creativity. Through introspection and introspective reflection, we invite you to embrace the imaginative landscapes of your mind and unlock the boundless potential that lies within. Psychological Facts 6. Emotional pain of rejection. Have you ever experienced the profound sting of rejection, feeling as though you've been punched in the stomach by someone's dismissal or indifference? Research has shown that the emotional pain of rejection is not merely a metaphorical expression but a visceral and tangible experience that activates the same neural pathways associated with physical pain. When we experience rejection, whether it's being turned down for a date, excluded from a social group, or passed over for a job opportunity, our brains interpret it as a threat to our social well-being and sense of belonging. This triggers the brain's pain processing regions, such as the anterior cingulate cortex and insula, which are also activated in response to physical pain. These are psychological facts that highlight the real and tangible nature of emotional pain. Moreover, the emotional pain of rejection is compounded by our innate need for social connection and acceptance. From an evolutionary perspective, humans are social creatures wired to seek out companionship and affiliation with others. When we experience rejection, it threatens our sense of connection and belonging, triggering feelings of loneliness, sadness, and even despair. These psychological facts underscore the deep-rooted significance of social acceptance in human psychology. Furthermore, research has shown that the emotional pain of rejection can have lasting effects on our psychological well-being and self-esteem. Individuals who experience frequent or chronic rejection may develop maladaptive coping strategies, such as avoidance or withdrawal, to protect themselves from further hurt. Over time, these coping mechanisms can lead to feelings of isolation, depression, and low self-worth, highlighting the long-term psychological impact of rejection. Understanding the emotional pain of rejection is essential for cultivating empathy and compassion in our interpersonal interactions. By recognizing the profound impact of rejection on others, we can strive to treat each other with kindness, empathy, and respect, fostering a culture of inclusion and acceptance. These psychological facts emphasize the importance of empathy in fostering positive social dynamics. Moreover, learning to cope with rejection in healthy and adaptive ways is crucial for our own emotional resilience and well-being. By building strong social support networks, practicing self-care, and cultivating a growth mindset, we can navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with greater resilience and grace. These psychological facts highlight the importance of proactive coping strategies in managing the emotional challenges of rejection. Join us as we delve deeper into the emotional pain of rejection and explore strategies for coping with and overcoming its effects. Through empathy, self-awareness, and mutual support, we can create a more compassionate and understanding world where everyone feels valued, accepted, and loved. Psychological Facts 7. Linguistic influence on decision-making. Have you ever considered how the language we use can shape our perceptions in decision-making processes? Research has shown that subtle psychological facts, linguistic cues embedded in our communication, can exert a powerful influence on our thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors, often without our conscious awareness. One fascinating aspect of psychological facts' linguistic influence on decision-making is the phenomenon known as linguistic framing. This concept suggests that the way information is presented or framed can significantly impact how it is interpreted and acted upon. For example, the same information presented in a positive frame, emphasizing potential gains or benefits, may elicit a different response than when presented in a negative frame, highlighting potential losses or risks. Moreover, linguistic framing can influence decision-making through the use of vivid language, emotional appeals, and rhetorical devices that evoke strong emotional responses. By leveraging persuasive techniques such as storytelling, metaphor, and imagery, communicators can evoke empathy, build rapport, and sway opinions in their favor. Furthermore, the language we use to describe decision options can also influence our choices and preferences. Research has shown that individuals may be more likely to choose options that are framed in terms of gains rather than losses, even when the underlying probabilities or outcomes are identical. This bias, known as the framing effect, highlights the powerful role of language in shaping our perceptions of risk and reward. Additionally, linguistic influence on decision-making extends beyond individual choices to broader societal attitudes and behaviors. The language used in public discourse, media narratives, and political rhetoric can shape public opinion, influence policy decisions, and even shape cultural norms and values. Understanding the psychological facts linguistic influence on decision-making is essential for promoting critical thinking and informed decision-making in our personal and professional lives. By becoming more aware of the persuasive techniques and biases embedded in language, we can approach information with greater skepticism, evaluate arguments more critically, and make decisions that align with our values and priorities. Join us as we explore the fascinating interplay between language and decision-making, delving into the psychology of persuasion, linguistic framing, and cognitive biases. Through introspection and critical analysis, we invite you to become more discerning consumers of information and empowered decision-makers in an increasingly complex and interconnected world. Psychological Facts 8: The Fundamental Attribution Error. Have you ever found yourself quick to judge someone's character based on their behavior in a particular situation? This tendency to attribute the actions of others to inherent personality traits while overlooking situational factors is known as the fundamental attribution error, FAE, a cognitive bias that profoundly influences our perceptions and interactions with others. At the heart of the fundamental attribution error lies a fundamental asymmetry in the way we interpret behavior. When observing someone else's actions, we tend to overemphasize dispositional factors, such as personality traits or inherent characteristics, while underestimating the influence of situational factors, such as external circumstances or environmental pressures. These psychological facts highlight the cognitive bias inherent in our interpretations of behavior. For example, if someone cuts us off in traffic, we may hastily conclude that they are rude or inconsiderate, failing to consider the possibility that they might be rushing to an emergency or momentarily distracted. This tendency to attribute behavior to internal characteristics rather than external circumstances reflects our innate inclination to seek simple explanations for complex social phenomena. Moreover, the fundamental attribution error is exacerbated by our tendency to prioritize consistency and predictability in our social interactions. By attributing behavior to stable personality traits, we create a sense of coherence and stability in our understanding of others, even at the expense of accuracy or fairness. These psychological facts emphasize the role of cognitive shortcuts in perpetuating the error. Interestingly, research has shown that cultural and contextual factors play a significant role in shaping the prevalence and magnitude of the fundamental attribution error. In individualistic cultures, where emphasis is placed on personal autonomy and self-expression, the tendency to attribute behavior to dispositional factors may be more pronounced. Conversely, in collectivist cultures, where social harmony and interdependence are valued, situational factors may be given greater weight in explaining behavior. Overcoming the fundamental attribution error requires a willingness to adopt a more nuanced and empathetic perspective when interpreting the actions of others. By recognizing the complex interplay between internal dispositions and external circumstances, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of human behavior and foster more compassionate and inclusive social interactions. These psychological facts underscore the importance of empathy in mitigating cognitive biases. Join us as we explore the intricacies of the fundamental attribution error and its profound implications for interpersonal communication, conflict resolution, and empathy. Through introspection and empathy, we invite you to challenge your assumptions, broaden your perspective, and embrace the complexities of human nature with humility and compassion. Psychological Facts 9: The Illusion of Invulnerability. Have you ever felt immune to the persuasive influence of advertising or mass media messages, believing yourself to be impervious to their effects? This cognitive phenomenon, known as the illusion of invulnerability, reveals a fascinating paradox in human psychology: the tendency to perceive oneself as less susceptible to persuasive messaging than others. The illusion of invulnerability stems from a combination of cognitive biases and self-enhancement tendencies that shape our perceptions of risk and vulnerability. When exposed to persuasive messages or advertising campaigns, individuals often engage in comparative judgments, believing themselves to be more discerning or resistant to manipulation than their peers. These psychological facts shed light on the underlying mechanisms driving the illusion. Moreover, the illusion of invulnerability is reinforced by our innate desire to maintain a positive self-image and protect our sense of autonomy and agency. By convincing ourselves of our invulnerability to external influences, we preserve a sense of control over our decisions and behaviors, shielding our self-esteem from potential threats. Interestingly, research has shown that the illusion of invulnerability is most pronounced when individuals encounter persuasive messages that are perceived as irrelevant or incongruent with their personal values or interests. In such cases, individuals are more likely to downplay the persuasive intent of the message and attribute its influence to others, rather than themselves. Furthermore, the illusion of invulnerability can have profound implications for behavior change and public health interventions. When individuals perceive themselves as invulnerable to the consequences of risky behaviors, they may be less motivated to adopt preventive measures or engage in health-promoting behaviors, leading to increased susceptibility to negative outcomes. These psychological facts underscore the importance of addressing the illusion in public health campaigns. Overcoming the illusion of invulnerability requires a willingness to challenge our assumptions and critically evaluate the influence of persuasive messaging on our attitudes and behaviors. By acknowledging our susceptibility to external influences and embracing a humble and open-minded approach to information processing, we can cultivate greater awareness and resilience in the face of persuasive appeals. Join us as we delve deeper into the complexities of the illusion of invulnerability and its implications for decision-making, consumer behavior, and public health communication. Through introspection and critical thinking, we invite you to confront your own biases and embrace a more nuanced understanding of your vulnerability to persuasive messaging in an increasingly interconnected and media-saturated world. Psychological Facts 10: Dopamine and Information Seeking. Have you ever found yourself endlessly scrolling through social media feeds or seeking out new sources of information, driven by an insatiable curiosity to learn more? This relentless quest for knowledge is fueled by the neurotransmitter dopamine, which plays a central role in our brain's reward system and motivation to seek out novel experiences and information. Dopamine, often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter, is associated with feelings of pleasure, reward, and motivation. It is released in response to a variety of stimuli, including food, sex, drugs, and yes, even information. When we encounter new or intriguing information, our brains release dopamine, creating a pleasurable sensation that compels us to continue seeking out similar experiences. These psychological facts underscore the role of dopamine in driving our curiosity. Moreover, research has shown that individuals vary in their sensitivity to dopamine, with some people exhibiting a heightened response to novelty and uncertainty. These individuals, often referred to as sensation seekers, are more likely to engage in risk-taking behaviors and seek out new and stimulating experiences, including information seeking. The dopamine-driven reward loop associated with information seeking can have both positive and negative consequences. On the one hand, it motivates us to explore new ideas, expand our knowledge, and stay engaged with the world around us. On the other hand, it can lead to information overload, distractibility, and difficulty focusing on tasks that require sustained attention. These psychological facts highlight the dual nature of dopamine's influence on our behavior. Furthermore, the ubiquity of digital media and online platforms has amplified the dopamine-driven nature of information seeking, with social media feeds, news websites, and search engines designed to maximize engagement and encourage continuous scrolling and clicking. This constant barrage of information can hijack our attention and contribute to feelings of overwhelm and cognitive fatigue. Understanding the role of dopamine in information seeking can empower us to make more conscious choices about how we engage with media and digital technologies. By cultivating awareness of our dopamine-driven impulses and practicing mindfulness and self-regulation, we can strike a balance between staying informed and avoiding information overload. These psychological facts emphasize the importance of mindful information consumption in the digital age. Join us as we explore the fascinating interplay between dopamine and information seeking, delving into the neurobiology of curiosity and the implications for our digital behaviors and cognitive well-being. Through introspection and intentional media consumption, we invite you to harness the power of dopamine in pursuit of knowledge and personal growth while maintaining a healthy balance in our information-rich world. Psychological Facts 11: The healing power of altruism. Have you ever experienced a sense of joy or fulfillment from helping others in need? The act of altruism, or selfless concern for the well-being of others, has been shown to have profound effects on both our mental and physical health, offering a pathway to personal fulfillment and well-being. Research has demonstrated that engaging in acts of altruism, whether through volunteering, donating to charity, or simply lending a helping hand to a friend in need, can have a multitude of positive effects on our overall health and happiness. One of the most significant psychological facts benefits of altruism is its ability to reduce stress and promote emotional resilience. When we focus our attention on the needs of others, we shift our perspective away from our own worries and anxieties, leading to a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Moreover, altruism has been linked to improvements in physical health, including reduced risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease and hypertension. By fostering positive social connections and promoting a sense of belonging in community, acts of altruism can bolster our immune system, lower blood pressure, and even increase longevity. Furthermore, engaging in acts of altruism has been shown to enhance our overall sense of well-being and life satisfaction. By contributing to the greater good and making a positive impact on the lives of others, we experience a profound sense of meaning and fulfillment that transcends material wealth or personal achievements. The healing power of altruism extends beyond the individual level to benefit society as a whole. By fostering a culture of generosity and compassion, communities can strengthen social bonds, promote social cohesion, and create a more caring and empathetic world for future generations. These psychological facts underscore the broader societal impact of altruism. In a world often characterized by divisiveness and self-interest, the practice of altruism offers a beacon of hope and resilience. By embracing the inherent interconnectedness of all living beings and recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every individual, we can cultivate a more compassionate and equitable society for all. Join us as we explore the transformative power of altruism and its profound implications for personal and societal well-being. Through acts of kindness, generosity, and compassion, we can harness the healing power of altruism to create a brighter and more inclusive world for ourselves and future generations. Psychological Facts 12: The Halo Effect. The halo effect is a cognitive bias that profoundly influences our perceptions and judgments of others, often leading us to form biased impressions based on limited information. The term halo effect originates from the notion of a halo, a glowing aura traditionally associated with angels or divine beings, which metaphorically represents the positive attributes we ascribe to individuals who possess one standout quality. One of the most striking psychological aspects of the halo effect is its ability to shape our perceptions across various domains, from personal interactions to professional settings. For example, imagine meeting someone who is exceptionally attractive. Research shows that we are more likely to attribute positive qualities, such as intelligence, competence, and likability, to this individual solely based on their physical appearance. This phenomenon occurs even in the absence of any evidence or information supporting these assumptions. Moreover, the halo effect can influence our judgments of individuals based on a wide range of characteristics, including socioeconomic status, educational background, or even manner of dress. For instance, someone who is well-dressed and articulate may be perceived as more successful and trustworthy, regardless of their actual achievements or intentions. Furthermore, the halo effect can have significant implications for interpersonal relationships and social dynamics. Individuals who are the beneficiaries of the halo effect may enjoy greater social acceptance, opportunities for advancement, and even preferential treatment in various contexts. Conversely, those who do not fit conventional stereotypes or expectations may face unfair scrutiny, discrimination, or marginalization. Understanding the halo effect is essential for mitigating bias and promoting fairness and equity in our interactions and decision-making processes. By recognizing the inherent tendency to ascribe positive attributes to individuals based on superficial characteristics, we can strive to evaluate others holistically, considering a broader range of factors and evidence before forming judgments or conclusions. Psychological facts 13. Confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is a cognitive bias that influences the way we interpret information, seek out evidence, and make decisions, often leading us to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs or hypotheses while ignoring or dismissing contradictory evidence. This bias pervades various aspects of our lives, from personal beliefs and political opinions to scientific research and everyday decision-making processes. One of the most striking psychological facts about confirmation bias is its subtle and pervasive nature, operating largely outside our conscious awareness. When confronted with new information, our brains tend to gravitate toward evidence that supports our pre-existing beliefs or expectations, while downplaying or discounting information that challenges them. This selective attention to confirming evidence reinforces our existing beliefs and creates a sense of certainty and confidence in our judgments, even when they may be misguided or unfounded. Moreover, confirmation bias can distort our perceptions of reality, leading us to perceive patterns or connections where none exist and overlook alternative explanations or viewpoints. This tendency to seek out information that confirms our beliefs can create echo chambers, where individuals surround themselves with like-minded individuals and reinforce each other's biases, leading to polarization, divisiveness, and intolerance of opposing viewpoints. Furthermore, confirmation bias can have significant implications for decision-making and problem-solving processes, particularly in high-stakes or complex situations. By selectively attending to information that supports our preferred course of action, we may overlook warning signs, underestimate risks, and make suboptimal decisions based on incomplete or biased information. Recognizing and mitigating confirmation bias is essential for promoting critical thinking, open-mindedness, and intellectual humility in our personal and professional lives. By actively seeking out diverse perspectives, challenging our assumptions, and considering alternative explanations, we can guard against the influence of confirmation bias and make more informed and objective decisions based on evidence and reason. In conclusion, confirmation bias illustrates the inherent limitations and vulnerabilities of human cognition, highlighting the need for skepticism, humility, and intellectual rigor in our pursuit of knowledge and understanding. By embracing uncertainty, questioning our assumptions, and remaining open to new information, we can cultivate a more nuanced and accurate understanding of the world around us, free from the distortions of biased thinking. Psychological facts 14. The Pygmalion effect. The Pygmalion effect, also known as the self-fulfilling prophecy, describes the phenomenon whereby higher expectations lead to improved performance or behavior in individuals. This powerful psychological effect highlights the profound impact of expectations and beliefs on human behavior and outcomes, particularly in educational settings, workplace environments, and interpersonal relationships. The Pygmalion effect takes its name from the Greek myth of Pygmalion, a sculptor who fell in love with his own creation, a statue that he brought to life through his unwavering belief and expectation. Similarly, in human psychology, when others hold positive expectations for us, we are more likely to fulfill those expectations, often exceeding our own perceived capabilities or limitations. These psychological facts illustrate the transformative power of belief and expectation. One of the key mechanisms underlying the Pygmalion effect is the power of suggestion and reinforcement. When individuals are led to believe that they are capable, competent, and valued, they internalize these positive expectations and strive to meet or exceed them. This process can lead to increased motivation, confidence, and self-efficacy, driving improved performance and outcomes. Moreover, the Pygmalion effect can have cascading effects on social dynamics and interpersonal relationships. When teachers, supervisors, or mentors express high expectations for their students, employees, or protégés, they create a supportive and empowering environment that fosters growth, development, and achievement. Conversely, low expectations can lead to diminished performance, self-esteem, and aspirations, perpetuating a cycle of underachievement and disengagement. Furthermore, the Pygmalion effect underscores the importance of positive reinforcement and constructive feedback in shaping behavior and outcomes. By providing encouragement, support, and recognition for effort and progress, individuals are more likely to persevere in the face of challenges, embrace learning opportunities, and realize their full potential. Understanding and harnessing the power of the Pygmalion effect is essential for promoting excellence, empowerment, and equity in education, leadership, and personal development. By setting high expectations, providing meaningful support, and fostering a culture of belief in others' potential, we can create environments where everyone has the opportunity to thrive and succeed. In conclusion, the Pygmalion effect highlights the transformative power of expectations and beliefs in shaping human behavior and outcomes. By cultivating a mindset of optimism, empowerment, and belief in the potential of others, we can unleash the latent talents and capabilities that lie within each individual, creating a brighter and more inclusive future for all. Psychological Facts 15. The impact of social comparison. Social comparison is a fundamental aspect of human behavior, influencing how we perceive ourselves, evaluate our achievements, and navigate social interactions. Whether consciously or unconsciously, we engage in comparison processes to assess our own abilities, attributes, and circumstances relative to those of others, shaping our self-concept, aspirations, and well-being. One significant impact of social comparison is its effect on self-esteem and self-evaluation. When we compare ourselves to others who are perceived as more successful, attractive, or accomplished, we may experience feelings of inadequacy, envy, or insecurity. Conversely, when we compare ourselves to others who are less fortunate or accomplished, we may feel a sense of superiority or validation. These psychological facts comparisons can influence our self-esteem and self-worth, shaping our beliefs about our own abilities and value as individuals. Moreover, social comparison can influence our perceptions of success and happiness. In a world where success and happiness are often equated with external markers such as wealth, status, or popularity, we may feel pressure to measure up to societal standards or benchmarks set by others. This can lead to a constant cycle of comparison, competition, and pursuit of external validation, undermining our ability to cultivate authentic fulfillment and well-being. Furthermore, social comparison can impact our behavior and decision-making processes. Whether in consumer choices, career aspirations, or lifestyle preferences, we may be influenced by the behaviors and preferences of others, seeking to emulate or differentiate ourselves from those we perceive as similar or desirable. This can lead to conformity, peer pressure, or identity formation based on social norms and expectations rather than individual values or preferences. Recognizing the impact of social comparison is essential for promoting self-awareness, resilience, and authentic self-expression. By cultivating a mindset of self-compassion, acceptance, and gratitude, we can mitigate the negative effects of comparison, focusing instead on our own growth, progress, and intrinsic worth. Additionally, fostering a culture of empathy, support, and inclusivity can create environments where individuals feel valued and accepted for who they are, rather than how they measure up to others. In conclusion, the impact of social comparison underscores the complexities of human psychology and social dynamics, shaping our perceptions, attitudes, and behaviors in profound ways. By fostering self-awareness, empathy, and resilience, we can navigate the challenges of comparison and cultivate a more compassionate and authentic relationship with ourselves and others. In conclusion, exploring the fascinating realm of human psychology reveals a myriad of intricate factors that influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. From the reminiscence bump to the healing power of altruism, from confirmation bias to the Pygmalion effect, each psychological phenomenon offers valuable insights into the complexities of the human mind and the dynamics of human behavior. Through understanding these psychological facts, we gain deeper insights into ourselves and others, fostering empathy, self-awareness, and personal growth. By recognizing the biases and cognitive processes that shape our perceptions and decisions, we can strive to make more informed choices, cultivate healthier relationships, and navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and grace. Moreover, these psychological insights have profound implications for society as a whole, informing policies, practices, and interventions aimed at promoting well-being, equity, and social justice. By harnessing the power of psychology, we can create environments that nurture human potential, foster inclusive communities, and cultivate a culture of empathy, compassion, and understanding. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the human mind, let us remain curious, open-minded, and eager to explore the rich tapestry of human experience. By embracing the complexities of psychology and honoring the diversity of human perspectives, we can build a more compassionate, equitable, and harmonious world for ourselves and future generations. Let us embark on this journey of discovery with humility, curiosity, and a commitment to lifelong learning, as we strive to unlock the boundless potential of the human spirit and create a brighter, more compassionate future for all. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening exploration of fascinating psychological facts about human behavior. We hope you've gained valuable insights into the intricacies of the human mind and the dynamics that shape our thoughts, feelings, and actions. As we conclude our journey, we invite you to continue your exploration of psychology and its profound implications for personal growth, relationships, and societal well-being. Whether you're interested in delving deeper into the nuances of cognitive biases, understanding the complexities of social dynamics, or exploring the healing power of empathy and altruism, there is always more to learn and discover. Remember, the study of psychology is not just an academic pursuit, it's a journey of self-discovery and understanding that can enrich every aspect of our lives. By cultivating awareness, empathy, and resilience, we can navigate life's challenges with greater insight and compassion, forging deeper connections with ourselves and others along the way. We encourage you to stay curious, ask questions, and engage in meaningful conversations about psychology and human behavior. By sharing knowledge and fostering dialogue, we can contribute to a more enlightened and compassionate society, where understanding and empathy thrive. Thank you once again for joining us, and we look forward to continuing this journey of exploration and discovery together. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and keep exploring the fascinating world of psychology.
Psychological fact 16. Confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is a cognitive bias that refers to the tendency for individuals to seek out, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms their pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses while disregarding contradictory evidence. This bias occurs subconsciously and can influence decision-making, problem-solving, and even memory recall. For example, individuals may selectively expose themselves to sources of information that align with their existing beliefs, such as seeking out news outlets or social media posts that support their political views. When presented with evidence that contradicts their beliefs, they may dismiss or rationalize it to maintain their original stance. Confirmation bias can also manifest in scientific research, where researchers may unintentionally design experiments or interpret data in a way that confirms their hypotheses, rather than considering alternative explanations. This bias has significant implications for critical thinking and rational decision-making, as it can lead to errors in judgment, flawed reasoning, and the perpetuation of misinformation. Overcoming confirmation bias requires self-awareness, open-mindedness, and a willingness to critically evaluate evidence impartially, even when it challenges deeply held beliefs. Psychological fact 17. The bystander effect. The bystander effect is a social psychological phenomenon where individuals are less likely to intervene in emergency situations when others are present. This diffusion of responsibility occurs because people assume that someone else will take action, leading to inaction or delayed response. For example, in a crowded street, if someone collapses, bystanders may hesitate to offer assistance because they assume that others will take charge. This diffusion of responsibility can result in delays in seeking help, potentially worsening the outcome for the person in need. The bystander effect highlights the powerful influence of social norms and group dynamics on individual behavior. It underscores the importance of promoting a sense of personal responsibility and bystander intervention training to encourage prompt and effective responses in emergency situations. Understanding the bystander effect can help mitigate its negative consequences by empowering individuals to overcome social inhibitions and take proactive steps to assist those in need. Through awareness and education, communities can foster a culture of collective responsibility and mutual support, ensuring the safety and well-being of all members. Psychological fact 18. The Zeigarnik effect. The Zeigarnik effect is a psychological phenomenon that suggests people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. This effect highlights the tendency for incomplete tasks to create a state of tension or mental discomfort, motivating individuals to remember and prioritize them until they are resolved. For example, if you're interrupted while working on a project, you're more likely to remember and feel compelled to return to it compared to tasks you've already completed. This is because the unfinished task creates a sense of cognitive dissonance, prompting you to seek closure by completing it. Understanding the Zeigarnik effect can be valuable in improving productivity and time management. By recognizing the power of incomplete tasks to capture attention and drive action, individuals can strategically prioritize their workload and leverage this phenomenon to enhance focus and task completion. Psychological fact 19. Anchoring bias. Anchoring bias is a cognitive bias that occurs when individuals rely too heavily on the first piece of information they receive, the anchor, when making decisions or judgments. This initial information influences subsequent assessments, even if it's irrelevant or unreliable. For example, in negotiations, the first offer presented often serves as an anchor, shaping the range of acceptable outcomes. If a seller sets a high initial price for a product, buyers may perceive subsequent lower prices as more reasonable, even if they are still above market value. Anchoring bias can lead to irrational decision-making and skewed perceptions of value. By being aware of this bias, individuals can mitigate its effects by critically evaluating information and considering multiple sources before making decisions. Psychological fact 20. The paradox of choice. The paradox of choice refers to the phenomenon where having too many options can lead to decision paralysis, dissatisfaction, and regret. While having choices is generally perceived as positive, an abundance of options can overwhelm individuals and make it difficult for them to make decisions. Research suggests that when faced with numerous choices, people may experience decision fatigue and anxiety, leading to suboptimal decision-making or avoidance altogether. Moreover, the presence of many options can raise expectations, making it harder for individuals to find satisfaction with their chosen outcome. This paradox highlights the importance of simplifying choices and focusing on what truly matters. By prioritizing essential criteria and limiting options to a manageable range, individuals can mitigate decision overload and make more satisfying choices. Psychological fact 21. Group polarization. Group polarization is a phenomenon where individuals' attitudes or beliefs become more extreme after discussing an issue within a group of like-minded individuals. Rather than moderating their views, group members tend to reinforce and amplify their initial opinions, leading to a shift towards more extreme positions. This effect occurs due to several factors, including social comparison, informational influence, and confirmation bias. When individuals interact with others who share their beliefs, they seek validation and approval, leading to a reinforcement of their existing attitudes. Group polarization has significant implications for decision-making, as it can lead to the escalation of conflicts, the entrenchment of divisive ideologies, and the polarization of society. By understanding this phenomenon, individuals can strive to foster open-mindedness, critical thinking, and constructive dialogue within group settings. Psychological fact 22. Mood congruence effect. The mood congruence effect is a psychological phenomenon where individuals are more likely to recall information or memories that match their current mood. For example, if someone is feeling happy, they are more likely to remember positive events or experiences, while those feeling sad may recall negative memories more readily. This effect occurs due to the influence of mood on cognitive processing and memory retrieval. When individuals are in a particular emotional state, their attention and processing biases towards information that aligns with their mood, making mood congruent memories more accessible. Understanding the mood congruence effect can have implications for mental health and well-being. By recognizing how mood influences perception and memory, individuals can take steps to manage their emotions and regulate their mood more effectively. Additionally, therapists may use this phenomenon in cognitive behavioral interventions to help clients reframe negative thoughts and emotions. Psychological fact 23. Social loafing. Social loafing refers to the tendency for individuals to exert less effort when working on a collective task compared to when working alone. This phenomenon occurs due to diffusion of responsibility, where individuals feel less accountable for their contributions in a group setting. Social loafing can occur in various contexts, from group projects in school to collaborative efforts in the workplace. When individuals perceive that their efforts will not be individually evaluated or rewarded, they may reduce their level of effort, relying on others to pick up the slack. Understanding social loafing is essential for promoting effective teamwork and productivity. By fostering a sense of accountability and shared responsibility within groups, leaders can mitigate the effects of social loafing and encourage all members to contribute actively to achieving common goals. Additionally, promoting a culture of recognition and reward for individual contributions can help incentivize effort and combat social loafing tendencies. Psychological fact 24. In-group bias. In-group bias is the tendency for individuals to favor members of their own group over those who belong to different groups. This bias can manifest in various forms, such as favoritism towards people with similar backgrounds, beliefs, or affiliations, and can lead to prejudice, discrimination, and social divisions. Understanding in-group bias is crucial for promoting inclusivity and diversity in society. By recognizing and challenging our biases, individuals can foster empathy, respect, and understanding towards those who are different from themselves. Additionally, organizations and institutions can implement policies and initiatives that promote diversity and inclusion, creating environments where all individuals feel valued and respected, regardless of their group affiliations. Psychological fact 25. The Flynn effect. The Flynn effect refers to the observed phenomenon where the average intelligence quotient, IQ, scores of populations have been steadily increasing over time, across different generations. Coined by political scientist James R. Flynn, this phenomenon challenges the notion that intelligence is fixed and immutable, suggesting instead that environmental and socio-cultural factors play a significant role in shaping cognitive abilities. Research suggests that the Flynn effect is driven by various factors, including improvements in education, nutrition, healthcare, and technological advancements. These factors contribute to enhanced cognitive stimulation, improved access to information, and more complex problem-solving opportunities, all of which can lead to gains in intellectual functioning over time. The implications of the Flynn effect are far-reaching, as they challenge conventional assumptions about the nature of intelligence and its development. Rather than viewing intelligence as solely determined by genetics, the Flynn effect highlights the malleability of cognitive abilities and the importance of environmental factors in nurturing intellectual growth. However, despite the overall increase in average IQ scores, the Flynn effect is not uniform across all cognitive domains or demographic groups. Certain populations may experience greater gains in specific areas of intelligence, while others may show more modest improvements or even declines. Understanding the underlying mechanisms driving the Flynn effect can inform efforts to promote cognitive development and address disparities in educational outcomes. By recognizing the dynamic nature of intelligence and the potential for improvement over time, individuals and societies can adopt more inclusive and evidence-based approaches to education, training, and social policy. Embracing the principles of lifelong learning and cognitive enrichment can empower individuals to reach their full intellectual potential and contribute to the collective advancement of human knowledge and understanding. Psychological fact 25. The Flynn effect. The Flynn effect refers to the observed phenomenon where the average intelligence quotient, IQ, scores of populations have been steadily increasing over time, across different generations. Coined by political scientist James R. Flynn, this phenomenon challenges the notion that intelligence is fixed and immutable, suggesting instead that environmental and socio-cultural factors play a significant role in shaping cognitive abilities. Research suggests that the Flynn effect is driven by various factors, including improvements in education, nutrition, healthcare, and technological advancements. These factors contribute to enhanced cognitive stimulation, improved access to information, and more complex problem-solving opportunities, all of which can lead to gains in intellectual functioning over time. The implications of the Flynn effect are far-reaching, as they challenge conventional assumptions about the nature of intelligence and its development. Rather than viewing intelligence as solely determined by genetics, the Flynn effect highlights the malleability of cognitive abilities and the importance of environmental factors in nurturing intellectual growth. However, despite the overall increase in average IQ scores, the Flynn effect is not uniform across all cognitive domains or demographic groups. Certain populations may experience greater gains in specific areas of intelligence, while others may show more modest improvements or even declines. Understanding the underlying mechanisms driving the Flynn effect can inform efforts to promote cognitive development and address disparities in educational outcomes. By recognizing the dynamic nature of intelligence and the potential for improvement over time, individuals and societies can adopt more inclusive and evidence-based approaches to education, training, and social policy. Embracing the principles of lifelong learning and cognitive enrichment can empower individuals to reach their full intellectual potential and contribute to the collective advancement of human knowledge and understanding. Psychological fact 26. Stereotype threat. Stereotype threat refers to the phenomenon where individuals experience anxiety or concern about confirming negative stereotypes related to their social group. Coined by social psychologist Claude Steele and Joshua Aronson, stereotype threat can undermine performance and contribute to the perpetuation of stereotypes, particularly in academic and evaluative settings. When individuals are made aware of negative stereotypes associated with their identity, such as race, gender, or socioeconomic status, they may become hyper-aware of their behavior and performance, fearing that any mistakes or shortcomings will be attributed to these stereotypes. This heightened anxiety can impair cognitive functioning, diminish self-confidence, and undermine motivation, ultimately leading to underperformance on tasks or assessments. Research has shown that stereotype threat can have a profound impact on various domains, including academic achievement, standardized testing, athletic performance, and professional success. For example, women may perform worse on math tests when reminded of gender stereotypes suggesting inferior mathematical ability, while African American students may underperform on standardized tests when primed with stereotypes about their intellectual capabilities. Moreover, stereotype threat can perpetuate a cycle of self-fulfilling prophecies, as individuals who internalize negative stereotypes may come to believe in their own incompetence or lack of potential. This can lead to disengagement from academic or professional pursuits, limiting opportunities for personal and professional growth. Addressing stereotype threat requires a multifaceted approach that addresses both individual and systemic factors contributing to stereotype vulnerability. Providing affirming messages and role models that counter negative stereotypes can help mitigate the psychological impact of stereotype threat and bolster self-confidence. Additionally, creating inclusive and supportive environments that value diversity and promote belongingness can empower individuals to thrive despite external pressures. By raising awareness of stereotype threat and its implications for performance and self-perception, individuals and institutions can work together to create environments where everyone feels valued, respected, and capable of achieving their full potential. Embracing diversity and challenging stereotypes can foster a culture of inclusion and excellence, where individuals are empowered to succeed on their own terms. Psychological fact 27. The endowment effect. The endowment effect is a cognitive bias that leads individuals to value items they possess more highly than identical items they do not own. Coined by economist Richard Thaler, this phenomenon highlights the subjective nature of value perception and the influence of ownership on decision-making processes. Research has shown that individuals tend to overvalue items in their possession due to a combination of factors, including attachment, familiarity, and loss aversion. Once an individual acquires an item, whether through purchase, gift, or inheritance, they develop a sense of ownership that imbues the object with sentimental or intrinsic value. Moreover, the endowment effect is often accompanied by loss aversion, the tendency to prefer avoiding losses over acquiring equivalent gains. When faced with the prospect of parting with a possession, individuals may experience a sense of loss that outweighs the potential benefits of selling or trading the item. As a result, they may assign a higher value to the item in order to justify retaining ownership. The endowment effect has important implications for consumer behavior, marketing strategies, and economic decision-making. For example, sellers may capitalize on the endowment effect by framing products as yours to keep, thereby increasing perceived value and willingness to pay. Similarly, marketers may employ tactics such as limited time offers or exclusive memberships to create a sense of ownership and enhance consumer attachment to products or services. Understanding the endowment effect can help individuals make more informed decisions in various domains, such as personal finance, investment, and negotiation. By recognizing the influence of ownership on value perception, individuals can mitigate biases and approach decision-making with greater objectivity and rationality. Moreover, addressing the endowment effect requires strategies that promote detachment and perspective-taking. By adopting a more critical stance towards possessions and considering alternative perspectives, individuals can overcome the subjective biases associated with ownership and make decisions that align with their long-term goals and priorities. Psychological fact 28. The spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is a cognitive bias that causes individuals to overestimate the extent to which others notice and pay attention to their appearance, behavior, or performance in social situations. Coined by psychologists Thomas Gilovich and Kenneth Savitsky, this phenomenon reflects our tendency to believe that we are the center of attention, even when others are preoccupied with their own concerns. Research has shown that individuals experiencing the spotlight effect often feel self-conscious and scrutinized in social settings, leading to heightened anxiety and self-doubt. Whether it's giving a presentation, participating in a social gathering, or simply walking down the street, individuals may perceive themselves as being under constant observation and judgment by others. The spotlight effect arises from our inherent egocentric bias, the tendency to view the world from our own perspective and assume that others share our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. When we experience embarrassment or discomfort in a social context, we mistakenly believe that others are acutely aware of our flaws or shortcomings, amplifying our feelings of self-consciousness and insecurity. Moreover, the advent of social media and digital communication platforms has exacerbated the spotlight effect by providing a constant stream of opportunities for self-presentation and comparison. Individuals may feel pressured to maintain a carefully curated online persona, fearing negative evaluation or criticism from their peers. Understanding the spotlight effect is crucial for cultivating self-confidence and resilience in social situations. By recognizing that others are often too preoccupied with their own concerns to notice minor details or imperfections, individuals can alleviate feelings of self-consciousness and focus on genuine connection and engagement with others. Moreover, addressing the spotlight effect requires strategies that promote self-compassion and self-acceptance. By practicing mindfulness, challenging negative self-talk, and reframing perceived failures as opportunities for growth, individuals can overcome the limitations of egocentric thinking and embrace their authentic selves with confidence and grace. Psychological fact 29. The self-serving bias. The self-serving bias is a cognitive bias that leads individuals to attribute their successes to internal factors such as skill or ability, while attributing their failures to external factors such as luck or circumstances. This bias allows individuals to maintain a positive self-image and protect their self-esteem by selectively interpreting events in a way that enhances their sense of competence and control. Research has shown that the self-serving bias is pervasive across various domains of life, including academic achievement, interpersonal relationships, and professional success. When individuals experience success, they tend to attribute it to their own efforts, talents, or intelligence, bolstering their self-confidence and reinforcing a belief in their abilities. Conversely, when faced with failure or setbacks, individuals are more likely to attribute it to situational factors beyond their control, such as bad luck, unfair circumstances, or the actions of others. By externalizing blame for failure, individuals can preserve their self-esteem and avoid feelings of shame or inadequacy. The self-serving bias serves several adaptive functions in human psychology. By attributing success to internal factors, individuals are motivated to persist in their efforts and pursue future goals with confidence and determination. Conversely, by attributing failure to external factors, individuals can maintain a sense of optimism and resilience in the face of adversity, reducing the impact of negative feedback or criticism on their self-esteem. However, the self-serving bias can also have detrimental effects on interpersonal relationships and decision-making processes. When individuals consistently attribute their successes to internal factors and their failures to external factors, they may become overconfident in their abilities and resistant to feedback or constructive criticism. This can hinder their ability to learn from mistakes, adapt to new challenges, and collaborate effectively with others. Overcoming the self-serving bias requires self-awareness, humility, and a willingness to take personal responsibility for both successes and failures. By acknowledging the role of both internal and external factors in shaping outcomes, individuals can cultivate a more balanced and accurate understanding of their abilities and achievements. This can lead to greater personal growth, resilience, and success in the long term. Psychological fact 30. The placebo effect. The placebo effect is a fascinating phenomenon in which a person experiences improvements in their symptoms or condition after receiving a treatment that has no therapeutic effect. These improvements are attributed to the individual's belief in the treatment rather than any active ingredients or medical intervention. Research has shown that the placebo effect can have significant impacts on various aspects of human physiology and psychology, including pain perception, mood, immune function, and even cognitive performance. Placebo treatments, such as sugar pills or saline injections, can produce measurable changes in brain activity, neurotransmitter levels, and physiological responses, leading to symptom relief and improved well-being. The placebo effect highlights the powerful influence of psychological factors, such as expectation, belief, and conditioning, on our health and behavior. When individuals believe that a treatment will be effective in alleviating their symptoms, their brains release endogenous opioids, neurotransmitters, and other biochemical substances that contribute to pain relief and healing processes. Moreover, the placebo effect is not solely dependent on conscious beliefs or expectations. Research has shown that even unconscious cues, such as the appearance of a medical device or the demeanor of a healthcare provider, can influence the effectiveness of a placebo treatment. This underscores the role of contextual factors and social interactions in shaping our perceptions of health and illness. The placebo effect has important implications for healthcare providers, researchers, and policymakers. By understanding the psychological mechanisms underlying placebo responses, clinicians can harness the power of positive expectations and therapeutic rituals to enhance treatment outcomes and patient satisfaction. Additionally, researchers can use placebo-controlled studies to control for placebo effects and isolate the specific effects of active treatments. However, the placebo effect also raises ethical concerns regarding the use of deceptive or misleading practices in healthcare. While placebos can produce real and measurable benefits for some individuals, the use of placebos without informed consent or medical justification may compromise patient autonomy and trust in the healthcare system. Overall, the placebo effect serves as a compelling reminder of the interconnectedness of mind and body and the profound influence of psychological factors on our health and well-being. By harnessing the power of belief, hope, and positive expectations, individuals can tap into their innate capacity for self-healing and resilience, leading to improved health outcomes and quality of life.